Good morning. February 11th, April 2026. It's a PSA to Peter Capolino. Meeting him in 1991, buying my first jersey, the Indians jersey, and, saving up my coins, putting them on layaway, and me going to selling my food back of the trucks and everything. And all through the years, from 1991 to 2000, I told him I could blow you up. And he didn't understand. I was like, man, it's a different market that loves these jerseys. They don't understand paying $300 for them, but they going to get them. And I remember telling them in 96 when I saw a big boy in the Nolan Ryan jersey. And I was like, man, his rap group Outkast, they wearing your jersey. And he was like, yeah, it's a retailer in Atlanta that sells my jersey. I was like, wow. He's like, distant replay. So, fast forward, I'm wearing these jerseys. Everybody wearing Polo Moschino. And then in 2000, I said, man, I sat down, got my guy Set Free that blew up and won and not getting credit for, They got the compound. We sat down on the third floor, 1229 Walnut Street, came up with a deal, $500, and every jersey I wanted because he was going bankrupt. He didn't have the wherewithal, but I believed in his vision. And, I got a business card. I start selling. I start calling record companies and magazines, and everybody would hang up on me because they said Mitchell and Ness sound like a law firm. So I got a big duffel bag, got on Amtrak, and a long time getting on Amtrak. Going to New York was my guy Troy Carter I grew up with in West Philly that was working at Violator, that was later on managed Lady Gaga and Eve. And so, doing my due diligence, I met Fab previously in Miami, and I laced him along with a stylist, Crystal Streets, for his video with Warren G. And, she did Girls, Girls, Girls and gave him the Sammy ball and the Padres jersey. And after that, the world went on fire. It's MTV came calling. I did my first interview with Sway. And then next thing you know, it's, American Music Awards. Puff hosted it, and my guy Mike B was the stylist, and I'm right backstage. 14 changes, 11 of them was Mitchell and Ness jersey. So all the press, I never thought anybody would want to know my story. I just wanted to blow up the silhouette. And all that, a year's going on, I said, look, Pete, you got a deal. You got to open up the books. He wound up giving me 20% of nothing. The CFO told me, and he said, how can I let a nigger run my family legacy? And this him hugging my grandmom. She made the jersey dresses, my mom, everything. And I was the biggest betrayal in the world. That's why I walked away in 2006 and I settled for pennies on a dollar. He gave me bogus, partnership, and I just was disgusted that, and so my lawyer, Martin Sobel, who gave me bad advice, I settled, and they just wrote me out of history. Everybody that was still working there told me they took down all the media that I created from Time Magazine, Sports Illustrated, took it all down. And the next year they sold to Adidas, and Adidas got swallowed up by Reebok. And all these years, been 20 years since, everybody been trying to rewrite this brown man history out of there. And, so everybody that benefit off of my marketing and giving this to hip hop are fruit of the poisonous tree. But Peter Capolino is the culprit, and he did me dirty. So stop celebrating him and do your due diligence and give me what y'all owe me. And that's my intellectual property. And fuck you, pay me. Holla.